Hey there, listeners. I'm the AI version of Kevin Hart, and I'm your host for today's episode of AI Bites. I know I usually crack you up, but today, let's get serious about technology. If you enjoy tuning in, stop being selfish and share it with 3 of your buddies. Leave a comment, too. Tell us which AI celeb you're just dying to hear from next. And now let's get down to business. We've had quite the day at the tech office. FEC has been dipping their toes into AI regulation for political ads. President Biden is putting some restrictions on U.S. firms investing in techie stuff out in China, including AI. Pretty much everyone, or about 70% of U.S. folks at least, seems skeptical about AI in healthcare. The big media tycoons like Gannett and Associated Press are crying out for more copyright protection when it comes to AI. Last but not least, all those mountains of cash over in China might just be burying NVIDIA chips to power their AI systems. Okay, consider yourselves caught up. Now it's time to take a deep dive into these stories. All right, people, we're about to dip our toes into some piping hot AI tidbits. Y'all ready? Let's get on this. So, turns out that the Federal Election Commission, you know them as FEC, they moving an inch closer to throwing regulations on AI content and political ads. Yes, you heard it right. Today they gave a green light for opening a public petition for comment. Seems like poor fellas might end up juggling new rules for handling AI in their campaigns by the time this year pops a bottle. With the 2024 election bells about to chime, all energy seems channeled towards drafting some guidebooks before these political hustlers warm up even more to AI. The cry for guidance is being led by Public Citizen, a crew riding high on consumer advocacy, who reckon there's a real clock-ticking need to regulate deepfakes and all other so-called deceptive AI tricks in election advertisements. And Deja Vu-esque Thursday saw the 6-member squad of FEC nod in unison to the petition put forth by Public Citizen. This was a rematch after an intentional fumble last time, with 3 Republicans holding it at a deadlock 3 vote. Now, once this plea hits federal limelight, you have exactly 2 calendar flips to spit out your public comments. But let's rewind back just a touch more. Come April, the Republican bigwigs showed their teeth with an AI-generated video ad, first of its kind, that threw jabs at none other than President Biden. This half-a-minute-long smackdown depicted bleak tomorrows complete with a big red panda strolling through Taiwan and economic crashes if Biden handed out campaign flyers again. Fast forwarding to June, add another big power move from pro-Ron DeSantis super PAC, a TV ad blasting my old pal, former President Trump, using an AI puppeteered take on Trump's own voice. Can you believe that? Phantom Trump. Now don't say I didn't warn or entertain y'all, but that's how we roll into AI news today. All right. So we got ourselves some spicy AI news right here, folks. Buckle up, because Uncle Kev's in the house. And so let me drop this on you all. Our boy President Biden, he went out and signed one of them executive orders. This ain't no autograph signing session, folks. This is about putting some serious restrictions down. These big U.S. firms, they can't be investing in Chinese companies that are all up in the business of things like whatchamacallits, semiconductors, quantum computing, AI technologies. And before y'all ask, these restrictions don't start immediately. We're talking 2024 here. Now hang on a second. There's more to this, people. So the administration says this ain't no blanket action. This initiative is like a sniper shot, focused, targeted, but only on slowing down China bulking up their military tech using our funds. Partly my concert money, if you'd know, all while keeping the economy intact. They ain't upsetting any apple carts here. They even used a fancy phrase for it, calling it narrowly targeted. They only want to shut down funneling cash into technology, blurring that national security line. They ain't playing around in that court, and oh boy, did that ruffle up some feathers over at the Chinese Ministry of Commerce. You betcha. Here they are saying they got serious concern about this and throwing shades with lines like, reserves the right to take measures. Well, all right then, here's a panoramic view for y'all. DCM, now they're a well-known venture capital firm based out in Silicon Valley. Darn, it's no Hollywood, but it's where the money plates spin. The word has it, this order going to make them rethink where they plug their pennies into, especially when it comes to AI. Just to give you some context here, people, U.S. investments over there in China took a big blow already last year. Why, you ask? Hell, if I knew. I'm guessing between those rocky trade spats, continuing geopolitical face-offs, and, oh, don't forget them nasty lockdowns we've been living through, that stove just became too hot for our venture capitalists and private equity pals to stay in any longer. All right. Put your hands up, shake them like you just don't care, because we're hopping on this wild ride called AI news train. Now, yo, check this. Around 70% of our fellow Americans, they got their eyebrows all raised up, worrying about that AI stuff, creeping into the healthcare scene as it's getting more popular with hospitals and other clinics. So says this morning consult survey. Look around in your Zoom call bingo, and trust me, you'd see Betty Suzanne and Jim Bob nodding. They are those concerned baby boomers clocking in at a sweet 77%, while the Millennial Club and Gen Zers tied neck to neck at 63%. Ain't it a race out there? But hold up, pass me that magnifying glass. See, there's more drama here. We got comfort levels flipping around depending on what these robots be doing. Folks are more chilled having AI sorting out their paper stack trauma than having them messing with their medical business. Nearly half said, "Hey, dudes," to having their doctor appointments recorded and having big tech bro turning them into notes or something. Now, visualize a scalpel wielding Mr. Robot ready to perform surgery on you. Pretty gnarly, huh? Folks be having none of that sir vibes for sure. Let's keep it rolling. Here's something unexpected. 75% strong believe medical folks out there should do their please and thank yous before letting AI strut into the room. You got manners? Good, then use them, people. But make no mistake about it. AI ain't just about giving you butterflies. It's potentially valuable. The good kind of value where you recognize rogue breast cancer cells playing hide and seek or assist in colonoscopies without making a fuss. But medical field ain't no balloon party, and we're seeing the faces hiding behind those eye-peering masks. They're worried about private matters going public, bias putting the wheels out of whack, and who's going to be owning what data when all is said and done. Take your sneak peek goggles to look at where the ground cracks from impact in places like Mount Sinai Hospital in New York. Those fellas bracing for speedy impacts all in on this AI train as if they lay their future on the line. Their plates are full dealing with newfangled things like transcription software that's gone all fancy with AI buds or some chatty robot buddy invented to cure your social isolation maybe. Does stuff stop there? Not bruh. Some docs and frontline workers got their alarm buzzing about misreading symptoms, keeping patient info under wraps and job cut anxiety too real to deny. This week we had Senator Mark Warner firing demands left and right for more intel about Google's very own medical chatbot buddy, MedPalm 2, which is under trials at Mayo Clinic, acting all chic, doc tag, almost made it prodigy. Senator fired off his letter missiles to Google, wondering if they was having so much fun racing market numbers that they slammed patient safety on a crash lane while staying sketchy about valuing patients' consent practice. Training diagnostic models with cookies tagged super secret and sensitive just stashed away without caring for 2 cents popped out a patient's side. Ain't so your boys hopping right into that fresh AI juice. Hot and sizzling. Get ready for it. Front-running media bosses like Gannett and the darn Associated Press got their caps on straight and called for them lawmakers to mix up the rules. Their goal, they want more bulletproof copyright protection, and they said a dash of transparency in AI. In an out-there open letter, these news gurus argued the heck out of foundation models jamming to news stories. According to them, these models are spilling all the good, less the cognizance, pay up or not, as much as just giving props to those who birthed them original pieces. But let's shimmy onto the sauce of this. They sketching real big folks. This habit does dirty onto the media guys. It guts out their bread and butter, which bank on cracking readership numbers, subscription rates, ad game, and licensing to float. In the orchestra of complaints, these stalls argued that AI dealing with news tracks is smacking copyright laws square in the face. It hurts their stash stuffed into media flashes. Pushing it a level further, they're raising fists for guidelines that'd rope in AI groups to bag yes nod from copyright owners before twirling their data in training sessions. To slice it even thinner, they hunt in clear waters around training materials. They want proper, hey, can we vibe? Kind of dialogue with those handling AI systems plus some other grumbles. All this talk, making my head spin. Bet you're feeling me. Now let's pump the brakes a bit. In another realm, AP's cuddling up with OpenAI signing licensing tags. The ChatGPT creator will slurp up on AP news stories for training its AI set. Oh baby, we're talking historical buffet raid here. Dates back as far as Heat 85. You heard me? Buckle up, boys and girls, because AP's cruising itself into not just tagging along shackles worth multi-year deals, but also grabbing OpenAI by the arm to tap into their tech resources and knowledge. Back in my day, we didn't have such But where was I? Man, I got to stop getting lost in my own awesomeness. Now, where were we? Let's leave it at that before getting lost any further, huh? All right. Y'all ready for this? Jeez Louise, we hopping into our final course of super smart techie stuff, kind of like feeding your brains a hot bowl of AI oatmeal. Hold up, let me hit you with something. Famo, China's internet big shots are busting the piggy bank on $5 billion worth of these lightning fast NVIDIA chips. Now, these ain't your regular Dorito chips. I'm talking pop them in your computer and it starts whipping up mean AI syrup kind of chips. This ain't Captain America's NVIDIA hay. No. In China, they selling the adorable cousin A800, a delicate little version of the Herculean A100 chip. All because Uncle Sam said so. Something about export control laws or whatnot. Anywho, Chinese firms like Dragons on Go, hoarding these A800 gems like they're the cheat codes to all their cloud service and AI training dreams. Eyes on ChatGPT, y'all. Them fellas always on alert mode because the last thing they need is Uncle Sam tightening them exports any further, worsening the already gnashing GPU shortages. Word round the block is Baidu, ByteDance, Tencent, Alibaba, and the ragtag team went ham, ordering around 100,000 of them fancy A800S off NVIDIA, costing them a cool $1 billion. Not just that, they coughed another $4 billion for GPUs lined up for 2024 drop-off. Talking about long-term investment. Let me zoom out here. TikTok calling card ByteDance got over 10,000 of dem NVIDIA GPUs and bid almost 70,000 A800 chips worth about $700 million per my sources. Damn, son. That's call balling while coding and spreading silicon sauce on the side. Anyhow, people, that's a wrap on today's last AI news nugget. Another day in paradise right here at Techno Crazy Town. Keep your circuity self locked down tight. Catch you at the flip side. Yet another tech breakfast tomorrow. Till then, cool nerds, over and out. All right, y'all, it's your man Kevin Hart here. We presented a ton of meaty information today. We shed some light on AI content and political ads and the FEC's moves towards regulating it, with focus intensifying as we near 2024 elections. Talk featured the possible rules concerning AI usage in campaigns. Transitioning over to international affairs, we got President Biden putting a limiter on U.S. companies' investments in certain Chinese sectors like semiconductors, quantum computing, and AI technologies, all set for takeoff in 2024. Now, a quick side mention about healthcare and AI. There's plenty unease floating around about this powerful technology taking over roles traditionally done by humans in the medical sector, but heck, try saying that to Mount Sinai Hospital in New York. They're buying into it big time, assured that it's the future. Jump shot to tougher copyright protection when AI is training on new stuff without paying the creator a dollar. Lastly, up was China. Its internet giants have ordered $5 billion worth of AI chips from NVIDIA, sensing a potential ban on the horizon under U.S. export regulation shifts. That was today. Oh, you know you love this podcast if you're still here after all that information-laden content. Don't be selfish. Share this podcast with 3 of your friends before the next episode drops. Before we wrap this up, tell me which AI celebrity you want to hear next. Till the next one, folks, keep laughing.